Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP in the game preview for September 23rd, 2023. And this week we're heading to North Africa for a game of Bolt Action. And we're going to continue our playthrough of some of the scenarios from some of the books. And this scenario is from the Campaign Western Desert book. And this is scenario 16, Outpost Snipe, which took place on 27 October 1942. In this one we're going to see a UK Commonwealth Infantry Brigade defending against an Italian Armor Brigade attack. So looking at the board here, you can see there's not a whole lot on it. There's no trees. You got the depressions, which I've outlined in lichen, and then there's some soft sand, and then there's a few rocky outcroppings, and that's really it. So very open board, something we generally never do in bolt action. So that in itself should be pretty interesting. So as I said, the British are going to be defending. In this case, it's going to be the Indians. They're going to get the manpower of the Empire rule, so they're okay. And then the Italians are going to have the Italian Armor Brigade. So the Indians are going to be deploying everything within that depression at the bottom of the screen. The Italians are going to be coming in first wave with everything if they want from the top of the screen. And if they do leave stuff in reserve, it can come in with the confused fight rule, which means they can come in on any board edge, as long as it's not at the board edge that something else just came off of. So that's pretty interesting. The defenders are also only going to get half of what the attackers get, and that's something we don't have a lot of experience with either. So there's some new things in this game that we're going to be trying out for the first time, which is always exciting. So other than that, the objective is for the Italians to get off of the British board edge, and they will get 1 point for every British unit destroyed. They will get 1 point for every unit they get off the board. Meanwhile, the British will get 1 point for every enemy unit destroyed and every British unit left on the table at the end of the game. So they will start dug in that depression. So they're going to be -4 to hit right off the bat. So killing these guys is not going to be easy, and we'll see how it goes. But anyway, that's the scenario we'll be playing this week. So let's go ahead and take a look at the forces. First force we'll look at is the Commonwealth Infantry Brigade. So this is the Indians, so they're going to have the manpower of the Empire special rule, which gives them a free 10-man unit, and I have paid to have the brain gun attached to that. So all in all, this is 510 points, I believe. So half of what the Italians are going to get, and it's 7 order dice. So starting off, we have a lieutenant. Everything in here is regular. A lieutenant with man with SMGs. We're going to have 2 8-man sections with Bren. We're going to have a 9-man section with a Bren. Or no, I'm sorry, 2 9-man sections with a Bren, 1 8-man section with a Bren, then the full-strength 10-man section for free with the Bren. We're also going to have a quick-firing 6-pounder and a 25-pounder, and that's it. You can't bring the free observer, so that's not going to be part of this army. So it's just the infantry dug into that depression and a couple of guns to help fight off these Italian tanks. So pretty simple list. We'll decide what the British special rule is going to be when the game starts. Other than that, that's pretty much it for the Indian Army. Next up, we have the 1942 Italian Armored Brigade. This is 1,024 points, 11 order dice. So it is an armored brigade, so all the infantry have to have transports, which they do. And we're starting out with the platoon with the tanks. We got 2 M1340 medium tanks, but they're really light tanks. They call them medium tanks, but they're not. Anyway, so those are going to be, one of them is going to be the command vehicle. The other one's just a tank in the platoon. Then we're going to have a Semavente 7518 as well as part of the platoon. Next up, we're going to have 3 regular infantry sections, 10 men, an NCO submachine gun, and 1 light machine gun. And then after that, we have, what do we got here? A Breda 20mm anti-aircraft gun. And then the 3 trucks for the infantry squad. And then we're going to have a captured British field artillery tractor as the transport for the 20mm. So again, a pretty simple force. But these are simple armies for earlier in the war, so there's not a lot of flash on them. But I still think this will be an interesting game. We'll see how it goes. Hitting these guys in the depression that are dug in, it's going to be tough. But it's also going to be tough for the British to stop us all from getting off the board. So it might come down to how many can I get off the board and just ignore him, or I don't know. We'll see, but it should be a fun game. We'll be playing the live stream Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. If you want to join us for that. And other than that, I hope to see you guys there.